What's good, YouTube? Back in the Kicks Lounge once again. Just gonna give y'all our quick thoughts and opinions on how the Remastered series has done thus far, and we found no better way than to really just compare Remastered with old retro. Here we have the Maroon 6s and the Varsity Red 6s. So without further ado, let's get to spotting out differences. As you can see, one of the first big differences I noticed with the Remastered series on how they treated the Maroons specifically is with the outsole, the translucent outsole. It is no longer clear like glass, crystal clear. It is now milky with a slight blue tint, as opposed to the 2010 retro Varsity Red 6, where they kept it true with the clear outsole that's going to yellow over time, and everybody just hates and despises, even with all the products to clear up the yellowing. And now we have blue tinted soles, and no one really likes those either because it's not true to the original. You know, you can't make everybody happy, but that's one thing that I kind of didn't like about the Remastered series, and how they chose to go with a slightly different approach on the Maroons instead of the original OG look, which is what I thought the Remastered series was about, but I could be wrong. Also, one of the biggest differences with the Remastered brand as far as just logos and branding is concerned, they went back with the original Nike Air branding as opposed to the Jumpman Air as seen on the heels of both sixes. And obviously the edge is going to go towards the Maroons. However, when I sit back and think of quality as opposed to price, I'm pretty sure that a little Nike embroidering is not going to justify $220 as opposed to $150. Just saying. Also, I've been noticing with newer Jordan 6 releases, even with the Jordan 6s that released just before they started the Remastered campaign, the ankle padding, the pods on the ankle part of the Jordan 6s have gotten smaller. As you can see here, you can see how small and thin it looks on the Remastered as opposed to the 2010 Varsity Red 6. And even the originals had even thicker ankle padding and ankle pods that really kind of define the time of, you know, support and just overall just look and aesthetic of the shoe. And it might seem small to a lot of people, but that was a big thing that also made me look at the Remastered series like it kind of isn't living up to what it says as far as quality and craftsmanship compared to the original pairs. And that's just, you know, one of my kind of few nitpicks about them, but I have enough to kind of make me feel like 220 is just,
I mean, this is just some horrible stuff. Horrible. Horrible.
Another noticeable difference is the leather quality. And even though on shoes like the Jordan 1 shattered backboards or the white cement 4s, the leather quality was rather good on those. I will say much more so on the shattered backboards than the white cements. But as we're comparing similar models and similar makes as far as just midsole to leather and all that stuff, I'm going to give the 2010 Varsity Red 6 an edge in leather quality just from how plush it is and soft and buttery and all of that stuff, man. Leather is supposed to really give and not be stiff, but due to complaints about creasing, which is why we probably have the rather hard outsoles as well as just material sourcing in general, I will have to give the edge as far as quality on the uppers with the materials used to the older retro rather than the Remastered, and say that 220, it's not being met as far as what we're understanding. And even to go back as far as how they came out back in 1990, 1991, the Jordan 6s in general, they just had some of the craziest leather used on those shoes. The padding was thick, and they were just shoes that really redefined the time. And trying to recapture it hasn't been going so well in my opinion, but to others they may disagree. It's very nostalgic to see them come back out, but quality wise, still not seeing it. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up while you're at it. Click the red button and subscribe. As soon as we hit 3.5k subscribers, we will be giving away a free pair of Jordan 12 OVOs. You don't want to miss out on that, as well as follow our respective social medias. You got Easy E4, Before the Trend, Cave and Patty, and Chills Barkley, as well as the official Instagram page of the Kicks Lounge. We got some big things coming up. Y'all stay tuned for those announcements. It's the Lounge, man. We out of here. Quick side note, Houston, Texas, this Sunday, we will be at the Sneaker Summit. So if you're going to be at the Sneaker Summit, go ahead and be on the lookout. We're going to be there. Going to be a whole bunch of recording, vlogging, all that jazz. Make sure you stay tuned for that video. And that's about it. That's the only thing I feel like I left out. So let's try this again. It's the Kicks Lounge. We out.
I'm just trying to turn an eye for the weekend. I got an old school build, we can creep in. We can kick it till the sun come up. If she really trying to fuck, I got a room she can sleep in.